All right, so it's been a while since I posted a video, but look out for several more videos to come out soon. So anytime from October through February is my super busy season. So if you're not familiar with what I do, I own a brand in Fort Worth, and it's a local brand that's apparel. So we sell shirts, hats, mugs that say Fort Worth on them. So it's a Fort Worth brand. Really, October through February is super busy for me. We have a bunch of shows, and then Christmas is in there, so just a busy time of year. But I'll get to the point of this video. I'm replacing the thread guides on my 1201 machine. So this machine is a little over a year and a half, and I started to notice that the thread guides were getting like gunky and dirty and opaque and kind of yellowish. So I did some research and I went to Smartstitch website, and they don't sell these, like they don't have the replacements. I managed to get the measurements, and it's 3mm by 5mm, or converted it's 1/8 ID by 3/16 OD. 1/8 inside diameter, 3/16 outside diameter. And I found a 25-foot roll on Amazon. I think it was about $8, $12, something like that. They came in and it's an exact fit. So I'm gonna show you how I replace those today. All right, so coming to our machine, I don't know how well you can see this on video. These are really opaque and they look really dirty. So just to keep up with the machine and keeping it running smoothly, I'm gonna go ahead and replace them. You can also see, I don't know how well you can see in the video, but there's like little balls of thread that have accumulated over time. So I'm not sure if that affects the thread guide or not, but either way, I'm gonna replace them today. So I'm gonna start off by just taking off the old one. And what I wanna do to make this process much easier is I'm leaving some slack on the bottom so that it's much easier to replace. So what I do is I get my old thread guide and I just measure it up against the new tube, just so you can get the exact measurement. So you stretch them out. And once you find your cut point, all right, that's it. So you can double check again if it's the right cut. And this one's pretty spot on. So this one's nice and clean, this one's dirty and old. So we'll throw this one away. All right, so coming back to our machine, we got our new thread guide here. And all we have to do is put the thread in. Put this thread in through the new groove here. So if you do happen to get stuck and it, like the more you push, it's just not going through, this is literally a straw. So just pull through. You can even use your mouth, and then it feeds through the other side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed it on the bottom of this and put it in place. And make sure it's snug in there. Let's go ahead and cut this piece just to make it shorter, and then feed it through the tubes here. All right, so once you feed it through, it's gonna come out this way. And then we're just gonna snap it on this end right here. All right, and once those two are done, that's pretty much it. So all we gotta do is pass it through our thread guide at the front. So in this case, I just follow the thread path. Put our string under the tensioner on the right side. All right, snap it in, secure it here, 1.5 loops. Also here on your tensioner, 1.5 loops, and then put it on your arm right here. Again, 1.5 loops. You're in. Lift this, make sure it's underneath. We're gonna put it through the arm over here. Boom. All right, so we're in. So down this loop, up again, and down again. And then always make sure you're underneath this part right here. Just keeps your thread in place. Next up, we put our thread in the needle. So replacing these thread guides helps your machine looking good and performing good. That way there's no lint stuck on the old ones. I recommend doing this maybe once or twice a year, or whenever you start seeing that they're becoming like gunked up like mine are. And I'll leave the link to this in the description. But replacing this, it's a great way to keep your machine looking good. So if you have any questions on thread guides or anything embroidery related, leave it in the comments.